Folks, welcome to another episode of Vendor Interviews for the Des Moines New Age and Psychic Fair. So, nifty thing is, we are going to sit down, hopefully, fingers crossed today, Mercury retrograde, tech gremlins, and all that. We are going to sit down today with Tonya from KITKO Wolfchild. She is a spirit walker, a tarot reader. She does some stuff with past lives, and she's also a crafter. So I'm very, very excited. Sorry, my eyes are killing me today. There's been a lot of computer work, but it's also hotter than Hades in here. Anyways, hopefully Tonya can hop on. As you guys know by the lovely background, yes, I made it myself. I'm so happy. As you guys can probably tell, she is going to be out at the Des Moines New Age and Psychic Fair Spring Equinox Edition this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you guys can come up, meet her, talk to her, apply her wares, get a reading, maybe ask her what a spirit walker is. I know a little bit about him, but I want her to tell you in her own words. And she's been very, very, very super patient because I had a migraine last night and completely forgot about the interview. I just passed out straight. Poor Sheena and her. I remembered to message Sheena before it took over, but I was just like, "Bop, see ya, bye." So poor lady, she has been super patient, and I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, just awesomeness. I'm gonna check on her real fast because this poor girl. Oh my goodness. But she's been absolutely lovely about it and very, very understanding. So that is awesome. I'm very happy about that. Hold on here. Let's see. Boop. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Here she is. Hello, Tonya.
Hi.
Hi, girlie.
I hope you're feeling better.
But thank you. Why does it say Des Moines New Age at yahoo.com?
I hit the wrong thing.
Okay,
this is all new to me, so
no worries.
I apologize.
I actually really like StreamYard over anything else I've tried outside of Facebook Messenger. It's pretty clean cut.
Yeah, I was kind of looking into it. It's going to be all new for me, so.
I had to have the paid subscription because I do vodcasts like
a
3 or 4 times a week. Yeah. So I don't like to throw stuff out because I always figure I'll need it. So I've got a bunch of hours of footage stored and I'm like, well, I can't cancel now.
I get you.
So, all right, my dear. Now, normally these interviews don't have a lot of comments on them, but that's okay because it's more time to tell your side of the story. And I like to try and keep them short. So,
I can see spirits and talk to them. So I've learned to help people with that by reading cards. The cards kind of tell them their story. And it's the easiest way for me to do that. Because most people don't believe in the spirit world. Or they don't believe that ghosts follow them around.
It depends on where you're at, though.
Yes, it does. I've seen spirits since I was a little kid. So, I mean, both my boys do.
Okay.
I actually sent you the questions you asked.
Thank you. I did not read them because I wanted to interview you cold.
Yep.
The audience hasn't read them yet. So, I don't want to have to skip over something and be like, what?
No. I was actually going to tell you the story that was on there. And I'll probably cry, so.
I'm sorry.
I had this young lady come in with 2 other girls. Like I said, nobody looks alike. And she asked if I could do a reading for her. And I said, sure. Explain, because I have 3 different areas. But like the top tier has all of it in it. Mm-hmm. Which is usually the one people like. When she sat down, I looked at her kind of funny and I said, there's an older lady, kind of short hair. I said, she's got glasses. I said, but she's standing behind you. She recently passed. Mm-hmm. And she just started crying. Then she looked at the other 2 girls, found out they're cousins. So they started crying. Oh, my. And to top it off, her daughter who just happened to be there was one of the girls' moms and started crying.
Oh
Because, I
my
mean, she
goodness.
had just passed like a month before.
Okay.
And, and people notice things happening sometimes around them that they're not, they just brush off, oh, it's human, I did this or I did that, like items being moved,
Mhm.
but you don't ever remember moving them. That's usually because there's somebody with you that's trying to get your attention.
Mhm.
Like I said, I was going to cry. I knew it. But this family had noticed that there was a lot of that going on, but they couldn't figure out why.
Okay.
So when I started talking to them about her, it made their day. They had the brightest smiles. And that's why I do this. I love helping people. I've helped people before I even started going to shows, just to help them. I help kids that way a lot
Mhm.
because kids can see ghosts. I mean, they can. And yeah, after a certain age, you kind of grow out of it, but some people just don't do that.
True.
So that's kind of why I love doing what I do. It's relaxing. And the stigma that fortune tellers or gypsies or tarot readers only tell you the bad news.
No,
My
that's
table brings good news. I mean, it's very, very rare. I think 2 times my entire life I've ever had to tell somebody something bad.
really
Yes. If I'm telling you something that's bad, then there is something really that you need to listen to.
okay.
But I tell about people's past, their present. I can even do futures. And, sometimes it's about somebody that you knew in a past life that's trying to help you now. I mean, it could be
Yep.
even that, which has happened.
Sometimes they're not
Um,
always corporeal either.
yeah, it's I've had plenty of past lives. I am actually a Cherokee Indian, even though I look complete Irish. Um, but I have seen myself die. I've seen my kids die. I have seen so much. And that's why I help people. Because I have seen enough in my life to know that everyone needs help somewhere.
Very true.
And that's what I like to do for at least that area of the thing.
Now, how long have you been doing this? Both
Um,
professionally and just when did the gift manifest?
Professionally, I started doing this. Well, let me rephrase that. At shows, that would have been last year.
Okay.
I think you were one of the first ones I've done. I came with
Wow.
a friend. Yep.
Well, awesome. Thank you.
No, I like listening to your guys' shows when I can catch them.
Thank you.
Um, I, like I said, I've always seen ghosts. I've always tried to help spirits, tried to help people ever since I was a young kid. My friend, when I was about 18, taught me how to go on a trance and let my body leave or my spirit leave my body. So I learned how to go past and the future. And I learned a lot during that time.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's when she gave me my first fortune cards and was really surprised that they turned out really good.
Which fortune cards did you get?
Oh, I think it was just one of the original ones,
Okay.
one of the learning ones
Okay.
where they try to teach you. Um, it's like the girl that's going to be with me this weekend. She's my niece, but she feels spirits. She feels when they're around her, and she can talk to them, but she can't see them. So I actually gave her her first deck, and she's not too sure about using it. She's like, "I got to get a book," and I was like, "Let's not use the book because we already have what we need."
Well, Some people feel better with the book, but
Yes, and I get that.
they do progress into their own. That's the thing. They need that
And
security first.
yes. So I gave her my book and she's like, it's not the same cards. I said, well, it
Oh,
is the same cards. It is. It's just different wording. Because her book had one card. That was it for the book. And I'm like, that's not going to help you. So
well,
her and I
let
are
her
working
know.
very slowly on it.
Let her know. I teach tarot. I teach tarot class. Um, Let her know that most of the tarot styles right now are Tarochi. There's Mikiati, there's a whole bunch of different styles, but most of the styles you'll find out there are Tarochi. And that means you can get a book of meanings. Well, the writer waits, they're a little crazy, but you can get a book of meanings and you can set it to almost any deck you have out there. Each one is a piece of fan art to the Tarochi deck. So just let her know. I promise you, I'm actually coming out with a basics tarot journal that'll have all the meanings and everything, just generic, because so many people ask for them. And then you've got the decks that come out with just the QR code on the back. Scan this, and it's like, I want a buck,
Yep.
So
I'd rather have the book in my hand if I need it.
just let her know. They're all fan art to Tarochi. Promise
I
you.
will definitely let her know. I mean, and I apologize, my book is actually out there, but the card deck I have is animals and fairies and gods. It's everything.
Cool.
And it just hits home with me. So easy to read.
Nice. And is it a tarot or an oracle deck?
It's tarot.
Okay.
It is a tarot deck. But I'm not, I guess, a normal reader because
You're an intuitive reader, is what it sounds like.
yeah, I literally can do oracle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more to it, but I try to keep everything easy for people to understand.
I actually really prefer doing oracle, simply because it's faster and I don't have to get hung up on the tarot meanings.
That maybe I could do one for you so you can at least see one for it later.
Cool.
Because when I do them, I don't do the tarot definitions. I literally will see a card and be like, this is what this means to you.
Yep.
Yep. And they'll be like, wow, that really hit home. And I'm like, it's easy, it's easy for me to see it. I said, that's why I use the card so I can show you in your life where this card needs to be. I've had my sister even just started herself her own business
Cool.
after me doing a tarot reading.
What does she do?
She cleans houses in Missouri. And
Awesome.
yeah, she had been doing it for a while. And I'm like, doing her cards. And I'm like, you really need to hire somebody.
Yeah.
She's like, why? I was like, trust me. And
You
now
need to
she's
hire.
got, except for on the weekend, she's booked like solid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah.
I was
She
gonna
goes,
say,
I'm so glad you told me.
if she was here, I'd hire her myself.
I already told her if she was here, she could help me. I have to have surgery on my back in August,
Oh
and
my gosh.
standing up more than 3 minutes a day just does not work. I'd rather be floating in the spirit world.
What's going on with your back?
I fell last January and I had a bulging disc. I actually fell at work.
Mm.
And my bulging disc deteriorated over the time I was at work, and they would never do nothing. So now the lower one is bulging, which means it will deteriorate soon enough. And it's going to keep going. So there's not much I can do. They're going to do surgery, and I will live with it, smile, and say, okay, let's do it again.
I was gonna say, I remember one of the vendors, he was a crystal vendor, and if I remember correctly, he had some of the same issues. And what he did, he went and he got a table therapy. That's basically it's not for the faint of heart. It's 4 hours a day, and they stretch the back out to decompress the spine. 4 hours a day, 4 times a week. But
Look,
he's got.
there's no disc left in my back in
Oh
that
my
spot.
God, girl.
Yeah, it's like completely gone. And that's where my L3 is going now. So
Oh, fun
trust
stuff.
me, if that was the only problem I had, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But
Oh,
like I said, my work didn't do what they should have done. And they kept putting it off. And, well, here I am. But that's okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I try not to wallow. I try to smile and bring happy things to happy people.
Very true. Very true.
That goes on. Yes?
Now, what sign are you?
I'm in Aries.
Aries. Okay. And what's your Eastern?
I don't know.
What year?
76.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Ooh, Aries dragon. So that would make you a double dragon. Very hardworking. Actually, generally really good health, good parents, very good with kids. Kind of dogmatic, but still very good with kids. You solid mom or dad. With the Aries dragon, that's actually, well, either Aries or Gemini, that's going to like triple or quadruple the energy the dragon already has. So yeah, you must have been just go, 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 go.
Was a workaholic. Used to be a daycare provider. So yeah, sounds about right.
Now daycare providing, oh God, could not do it.
I loved it. I did.
No, I mean I love kids, but I wouldn't want to deal with parents. Sorry, baby.
That was my problem. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's like, oh, your kids are the easiest. No, no, no. Everyone else's kids are easy. Your kids are going to try you. So,
sounds legit.
It's true, though.
Well, now tell me.
That's kind of why I got into the other part of my craft that I do now, because I like to see kids smile.
That's cool.
And last year really wasn't a business part of it. Excuse me.
No worries.
Last year really wasn't a business part of it. I would make these resin art fish.
Ooh.
And I actually have some to show because
I was going to say, can I see some?
Yep, I'm going to show you. They're little fish, and they're color coded.
Heck 'em. How much?
They're $3 a piece.
Okay. Well, do you have any with glitter?
Glitter?
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of glitter.
And I will tell you
all glitter.
I will tell you why. I'll probably be buying a bunch off of you. My son is a Pisces. And so I tend to get fish stuff. I've got a fish ring, everything like that. My big thing is koi. I've always liked him, but then I had a baby Pisces and he's my world. He is like the love of my life. So, yep, constant.
This is the new one.
That's pretty. So, yeah, I'll be buying some fish from you.
What's his favorite color?
He says blue, red, and yellow. Superman colors.
I'm pretty sure I can make some of those tonight because I got a few more fish I got to make.
Awesome. But you got to make them sparkly because even though he's a boy, he loves that twisty, turny, glittery. Of course, he's also a rock hound, so I'm pretty proud, you know. He loves his crystals.
I love kids, so it's not a problem.
Well, thank you.
Here's my kitty cat I just made today. You can't quite see the face.
Nifty.
But he has hair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I made that. I also make pots and cups, and I'm not going to have a full list, and I do apologize, but I'm just getting back into having a helper.
Nice.
But this is a container with a lid.
Oh,
I got a few more things I got to fix on the lid, but that's the fun part of doing resin art.
Well, and that'll make a good crystal keeper dish and stuff like that.
Yes.
So. My husband got into resin hardcore, and then I know another lady that's going to be there. She does resin. You guys should all just sit and talk for a while. You guys will have a blast.
I would love it. I got one I made the other day, and I'm going to use the RV resin to fix a few spots, but I think it came out like this because of winter and ice. Literally, it has holes.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it literally came out just like that. No clue why.
Well, that's your Elsa dish.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. I fell in love with it. And
What you need to do is glue some like crystal points on it or something. Make it look really ice castle-y.
actually, I have a lid that matches it, but that
Nice.
is out there. I also have big frogs,
Okay.
very big frogs. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first one I made. I actually made it yesterday.
Oh, that is so cute.
I have another one that I just made that is drying
Mhm.
over here.
Actually, if you
Uh,
lived closer, I'd tell you, talk with my hubby Dennis, and you guys could probably swap out molds and stuff.
oh, that would even be cool.
Dude,
Yeah, if I lived closer, I would love to do that.
every time I see a sale on molds, resin molds, like, no, seriously, like around the holidays or when they're, you can always tell when Amazon needs money because all of a sudden there are all these sales on stuff. So I'm getting molds for like $1 and $2. I'm like, whew. And my friend Nicole and my husband's like, why'd you buy that? I'm like, because it was $1. They're like, never mind, we get it. So,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Temu's my friend, but
no, I
I
get
get
it.
really good deals on my stuff, like really good.
With
I actually
Temu,
got this, which I'm gonna make my sister one.
oh,
It's
that's
give
pretty.
me your best shot.
Oh, nice.
Literally a shot holder.
I
I
was
love
gonna
it,
say,
and yeah, I'm
with
gonna make one for my sister.
Temu, it's really hit or miss because I've tried buying some gifts and stuff on there, and for me, it's hit or
Yeah.
miss. So I kind of avoid it. I just too many misses.
Yeah, I have a table. It was supposed to be really high picnic table.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was very low and very not put together and told him I wasn't paying for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it happens. This is the next one I did.
Well, that's very pretty.
So I've got another one here I'm doing, which is gonna sell in a matter of seconds because it's a moo moo cow.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't even know if I can show it to you guys because let me see. There she is.
Oh, that is pretty.
That is my moo moo cow I started.
That's cool.
A
And
lot
plus,
of
they double
glitter.
as self-defense.
Yeah. I my niece, when I try to get some more done, she's gonna start doing hands-free art,
Okay, what is
which
that?
we have the markers like I showed with the cat, the hair,
Mhm.
and it's resin art markers. And my little niece and nephew, they're awesome drawers. So I'm gonna let them actually put their drawings on the art. So I'm gonna do like half of it is gonna be just the, you know, bottom part, and then they're gonna do their drawing, and then I'll put another coat on top to keep it from deteriorating.
Nice. I like it.
And they'll love it, it's gonna be their money for school. So
Nice.
hopefully here this summer I'll have them help me with get that all done and over with.
That's actually a really good idea. Teach them up early.
Hmm. Well, they both want to go to college. They're both good at art, so I'm trying
Okay.
to do what I can.
Monetize them skills. Get it early. That's awesome. Great job.
I also do jewelry.
Mhm.
Again, not gonna lie, Timu and Hobby Lobby are my buddies there. This is a dragon necklace, glow in the dark.
Okay.
I make all the chains and the clasps that go on them normally.
Okay.
And then if I can make the actual jewelry itself, awesome. If not, I try to help where people can pick out their own.
Sure.
I also do rocks, which my friend Tina just adores.
Oh, wow. Love
Yes.
it. Agate slab. It's agate.
Yes. I had one I was going to show you last night, and that was the one I didn't get pulled out of the bag yet.
No worries.
I figured this was more up to your area, and it's either somebody in your family would like this,
Show me.
and it's a dark blue.
I was gonna say
It's a dark blue, but it's got outreached hands kind of in it.
that one actually might be Nicole. So I'm gonna have her take a look at it over the weekend.
That would be just fine. Yeah. when I was pulling them out to show you, I was like, yep, that one's got to go that direction.
Like I said, I think that one's probably going to end up with Nicole. How much is it?
These I'm going for $12 right now.
Wow, that's pretty decent.
Well, like I said, I'm new at this, so I'm trying to learn as I go.
It's very decent.
But it also helps that certain things I get deals on, you know, stuff to make the chains. So I want to make money, but I don't want to rip people off.
No, and I understand.
I will have some necklaces there that are going to be like $25. I will have rings there. They're going to be about $8. You know,
Okay.
don't quote me, but
No, it's fine. No, that's awesome. I think we've got one or two other people with jewelry and resin. I mean, there's some crossover, but you got to realize everybody makes stuff their own.
yes.
And like I tell everybody, and I know how this sounds, but you're not selling your stuff, you're selling yourself. People buy from you because they like the energy that's coming through your stuff. Plain and simple.
The main thing my niece and I are going to do besides me reading is I have bracelets and I have trinkets.
Okay.
We're actually going to let people pick their
charm bracelet.
Do their own ones out. Oh, I've got so many kitties. This is actually mine.
Okay.
But I'm going to let people pick 2 of them out plus their chain they want.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to put that together. And then that's going to be about $10. And then after that, trinkets are $3. And I can put as many trinkets as I can on if they want them. Okay. But that's the way I'm going to do it. So they can pick their own. Decide Sweet. What they like. I have butterflies, puppy dogs, kitty cats. I have seashores by the seashells. I've got such a variety. I've got a lot of them. Awesome. Because I want to make sure everybody could pick what they want.
Now, I'm going to pull you back to the spirit walker aspect.
Yep.
I've heard of it before, but I want to know what it is for you in your own words.
A spirit walker, like I said, I'm going to turn up my volume. There we go. A spirit walker, I have learned to go into trances, like I said, and leave my body. I have learned to walk into different dimensions.
Okay.
I have walked into past and present lives. Some people can do past, some people can do presents. I've learned to bring people with me if they wish.
Interesting.
It's a little harder, but again, you know, it's like if you go in a trance, a lot of people go, well, I can't do trances. I can't meditate. And I say, hum. If you hum, your mind is setting that you're in one level. Mm-hmm. And it does help a lot of people. That is actually how I do it. But I've learned even through sleep, I can walk on the spirit world. You know, there's a fine line between the spirit world and our world. Mm-hmm. They say that people that can see spirits don't look in a mirror between 2 and 3 at night because that's when the demons actually can come through. So if they see you and you're paying attention to them, they're going to be like, oh, let's go play.
I was going to say, you say between 2 and 3?
Yes.
Interesting.
That is witching hour for most spirit walkers. So I've learned not to look in mirrors at a young age. But I like to talk to spirits. I like to help them. Yes, there are some that just don't want help.
Yeah.
And there's not much you can do about it. But with this, I've learned to help people themselves. You know, I've learned to take a weight off other people's shoulders and let them relax instead of fretting. Because a lot of people do.
Yeah. I was going to say, now, can you actually move the spirit on to judgment?
I have done that.
Mhm.
It's a little bit harder. It counts what, and this is going to sound so, it's going to sound like ghost whispers, kind of, but it's true. You know, people that normally stay on this end of the light
Mhm.
have unfinished business.
Mhm.
Like I was explaining with about the girl and her grandma, you know, that was, she wanted to make sure everybody was okay before she went on.
Yeah.
And, that's what I try to help with. I try to help them finish what needs to be done, and that way they can move on. Because I have seen plenty of spirits that get stuck here
Mhm.
and no place to go. There's a town not that far from me on the Illinois side, and there's about 300 of them. They have
Uh,
died gruesomely, and that's where they live. And it sucks.
I was going to say that it's getting kind of thick down here. So,
It is. So I try to do what I can to help people and help the spirit world.
now I'm going to ask you another question. And everybody that knows my programs at this point knows what I am going to ask. Have you considered, or would you consider writing an article about your spirit walking? About what you do?
I can. I mean, I've never really thought of it because, most different fairs and stuff have shows, people go and talk and all that. And I've never been really good with talking in front of people.
I
I
understand.
usually get kind
That's
of
right.
either comic relief or agitated at people. I actually wanted to be a teacher when I was in high school. That didn't turn out very well. But yeah, I always thought about it, because I mean, I have one of my classes, I actually go to college right now. One of my classes, we were talking about the uh, Trail of Tears,
Mhm.
and I talked about being on there myself, it was past life. And she just goes, "Oh, that's a pretty story, but that's not true." And it's like, yeah, well,
Oh,
it is true.
okay.
So, it counts with the audiences, but yeah, I mean, I could definitely bring stories of what I've seen, of what I've done myself, of what I've heard, and I
Well,
would love it.
I would love to have you write out your experiences. I mean, you don't have to write like a 50-page article or anything like that, but because as the audience knows, I've got a New Age magazine coming out. It's going to be quarterly for right now. Eventually, I'd like to get it up to bi-monthly and monthly, but it's going to be quarterly, and it's different articles, people sharing their stories, interviews, things like that. I'm almost done with the first issue, so it should be out within this week or
That'd
next,
be cool.
depending on how dead I am. But anyway, but no, maybe not for this one, but would you consider writing it up for the summer issue?
I will do my best. I might ask my buddy for a few hints because I'm really bad at writing. I've learned to write for little kids, so
Well, and you also don't have to edit it because I've got two editors I work with. My husband and his friend Danny. She's awesome.
that would be cool.
So yeah, just um write it up because I think it would be fun for people to hear about. And also there are other people out there with this stuff going on that they are not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
I've got a guy, he wrote a short article on dimensional dreaming where you actually take your mind and you hop it on your different life threads and you get to see the woulda, coulda, shoulda, might have, oh dear God, that's so much worse. Oh, this is better, that kind of thing. Um, and there's not a lot on it. And that's why I was like, dude, you need to write this up. He's like, okay. I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah. See, that
giving
would be interesting to read.
giving people access to stuff that isn't really hyped or talked about, but happens. And you feel like you're going crazy, but you're not. You're just having a true mystical experience.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that are done in life that people don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was originally working on a multi-author book project, and I just couldn't make it work. And then it hit me kind of like a bolt out of the blue. My dad used to read Fate magazine to me when I was little. I don't know if you know what that is, but
Yeah.
and I used to love it. But then it hit me. It's like, Jesus, Alicia, start a magazine. That way you can gather all the articles together and pump them out. I can't pay the authors, obviously. I'm not making anything myself, but I would like to put it out there so people can actually access it. And I'm going for it both in digital and in print.
That'd be cool. Of course, I'd want the print,
Well, yeah, I would prefer the print myself, but sometimes, one, the print's going to be a little bit cheaper. Or, I mean, the digital is going to be cheaper. And then, two, people like to access stuff on their tablets and their phone. I mean, everybody reads on their phone, so.
Yeah.
I had a friend who literally, he's a Gemini. He figured out at his work how to do all his day's work in 4 hours. And then the last half of his day, he would hunch over his computer and read on his phone for 4 hours. I'm like, dude, I'm just not even gonna. That's pretty cool, but also.
That's hilarious, actually.
Well, no, the job kept messing the employees over. They would give them a raise the medical insurance, give them a raise the benefits. It's so they never actually got any more money. So he's like, okay, I'll just make my own raise. Yeah. And I'm like,
Yep.
So, yeah.
Unfortunately, that is life anymore.
Gotta find your own loopholes.
Yeah. Like I said, right now, I'm not working. I can't work.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm doing something I actually love. So I'm fidgeting. Sorry, everybody.
No, that's okay.
Got to keep my hands busy. But it's something I love to do. It's like walking in the country, nobody around, and looking out and just seeing the wild animals. I used to do when I was a kid. It was the most relaxing, peaceful thing in the world. To see coyotes running around playing. I used to love it when I was a kid. Nowadays, it's harder to find that stuff, which is pretty sad. But yeah, I do what I do because I like to do it. Don't get me wrong, it's helping my family out, but I do it because I like to see kids and people smile. I'm a softie.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I have a feeling we have done a lot of advertising, and Merle Mall is a really great venue. They've been very low stress, so I'm very happy about that.
That's cool.
So yeah.
I think we're all going to have fun and all be entertained this week.
Awesome. Now, I have a quick question. Your readings, how much are they?
I have one for one for questions. The question is whatever's on the top of your head, and you may not even know it's there. It's just what pops. It's 25.
Okay.
And then I have past lives, which is 35. And it's what you bring to the table and what I can pull from you.
Okay.
And it will explain something. It's like deja vu, which plenty of people will hear me say it. If you feel deja vu, it's because you've already been there.
Okay.
You've already been to that section at some point in life. That's 35, plus the question also gets answered.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, it's $50. It's past, present, future.
Okay.
And of course, the question's always there. I can't get away from your guys' questions, so I do what I can with them. But it brings all of it together.
Okay.
And that was the easiest way to do it.
Now, if you don't mind, in your description on the website, the fair website, I'm going to put past life reading. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Because that I can guarantee you not a lot of people do, and it's going to get you more interest, and also I think it's going to help a lot of people. So,
And I have no problem doing past lives. I love them.
I've had my past lives read a couple of times because I always believed in reincarnation, no proof until, well, later on in life. And I love it. I am so curious about it, and I
You were a teacher at some point.
I feel sorry for those students.
It's not really the students. You were a teacher, but you taught life the way it should be and what they needed.
Interesting.
You helped other people out, and that's what they needed. Kind of what you do now.
I was gonna say.
Let's see, we all start from somewhere.
No, I remember Dennis Stott Cromwell. He is strictly a past life reader. This guy's awesome. You would love to meet him. I wish you guys could meet and talk shop. But he's been doing this forever. But he just I sat down in front of him, and he was reading me and reading me, and he hit some stuff and he didn't hit some stuff. But one of the things he was like, you are always, make suggestions to a community or a group or something throughout all of your lives. And when they don't take them and you see them falling apart, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm done. Bye. I'm going to go start my own thing. And he's like, what if your lessons is just, I'm like, it's never going to happen. He's like, are you ever going to learn it? I'm like, no, gotta go.
No, you're going to keep, yep. Yeah. You're going to keep trying to teach. Yes. Try to help people out.
But he just started laughing. He was very exasperated. And I think my guides and his guides were just like, you're done. But no, Doc has a lot of grace, and you would love talking with him. So, well, my dear, we are at 42 minutes, so I am going to hop off of here, and I am going to say I am curious to read your article. I can't wait to see it. And yeah, I am going to I think I'm going to sit down in front of you and spend 35 and get a past life reading from you, because I'm so curious.
I would be happy to do it.
Awesome. All right, my dear. Well, I will see you this weekend.
And you guys have a lovely night.
Thank you.
And feel better.
Thank you. And thank you for the patience. I'm so sorry.
I already knew you were having issues. It's okay.
You must be psychic.
Might be.
All right. Thank you.
You guys have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Well, folks, that was Tonya from KITKO Wolfchild, and I think she is going to be absolutely awesome this weekend. So I'm definitely going to get a past life reading from her. And if I can, I'm going to give Nicole and Dennis money to go do it too. All right. Well, thanks, guys. See you soon. Gotta go, butterflies. And here we go.